Welcome to SK Horror, the home of real brutal nightmares. Before you begin, put on your headphones, turn off the lights, and prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear is based on a terrifying, true experience. Tonight's story will crawl under your skin and stay with you long after it ends. I heard my sister screaming at 3 a.m., but she wasn't. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to your sister's screams, but she's hundreds of miles away. You check every room, the house is silent, then you hear her scream again. This time, it's coming from inside your closet. This story is based on real events. Brace yourself. You're watching SK Horror, where shadows breathe. It was around 3:04 a.m. I live alone in a small, quiet home on the outskirts of Portland, Oregon, surrounded by pine trees, fog, and that eerie silence that only truly exists in remote places. That night, I was dead asleep when I suddenly jolted awake. I heard my sister scream, clear, loud, terrified. The kind of scream that punches you in the gut, raw panic. But here's the thing, my sister wasn't home. In fact, she lived in Philadelphia, over 2,800 miles away. I sat up in bed, paralyzed. Maybe it was a dream, I thought. But I heard it again. Fainter this time. It sounded like it was coming from my closet. Part 2, the closet door. I stared at the closed closet door for what felt like forever. I didn't move, didn't blink. I swear I saw the doorknob twitch. Eventually, I stood up, heart racing, and slowly approached it. I pressed my ear against the wood. Dead silence. Then, "Please help me." It was my sister's voice, whimpering. My blood turned to ice. I backed away, grabbed my phone, and called her. She picked up after 2 rings, groggy. "Hey, is everything okay?" "Did you just call me from inside my closet?" I asked, nearly whispering. "What? No, I'm in bed. What the hell are you talking about?" I didn't respond. I was just frozen. She was clearly nowhere near me. So, who or what was using her voice? After that night, things got worse. Every night around 3 a.m., I heard her voice again, sometimes crying, sometimes laughing. Once, it even sang our childhood lullaby. And each time, it came from a different room in the house. I stopped sleeping. I put crucifixes on every door, salt under my bed. I even left the house and stayed at a friend's place in Tacoma, Washington. For 2 nights, everything was normal. Until the 3rd night, when my friend heard the screaming too. Part 4. The shadow that watches. We installed cameras in my house. Nothing ever showed. But I kept waking up with bruises. Long, thin marks across my arms, like scratches. My sister called me crying one night. "I had the same dream again," she said. "What dream?" "I'm trapped in your closet, and you never open the door." I never told her what I had heard. That night I did something reckless. I left the closet door open and placed a chair facing it. Around 3:12 a.m., the chair was pushed over violently and my lights flickered. Then I saw a tall figure standing in the corner of the room, just for a second. It didn't move, didn't run, just stood there, watching me. Part 5. Raven Rock. I went to visit a local historian in Raven Rock, Pennsylvania, a town known for its haunted underground bunkers. He said something that chilled me. The land your house sits on used to be burial ground. Children were sacrificed there during an 1800s cult ritual. One child survived. Her name was Mira. They said she screamed so loud she could be heard miles away. Sometimes, he added, her spirit mimics the voices of people you love just to get close. I couldn't breathe. My sister's name is Mira. I came back home one last time, packed everything, I was leaving. But before I could walk out the front door, I heard her voice again. Please, don't leave me. It was so real, so close. I turned around and saw my sister standing in the hallway, pale, motionless, eyes black as coal. But my phone buzzed in my pocket. It was a video call from Mira. Hey, just checking in. Are you okay? She asked, smiling. I looked up from the phone. The figure was gone. I moved across the country to Montana, deep in the forest. No internet, no neighbors. But every now and then, just around 3 a.m., I still hear my sister's voice calling me from the trees. Please help me. I'm still in the closet. But I never had the courage to go back and open it. Weeks passed, but the memory of that night never faded. I couldn't sleep without seeing her eyes, wide, terrified, staring at something behind me in the dark. The sound of her scream echoed in my head like a broken record. One night, I sat on my bed staring at the box we had both seen, the one I never dared to open. Something inside me cracked. I needed to know. I needed answers. My sister's disappearance wasn't just a tragedy. It was unfinished. So, with shaking hands and a flashlight in my pocket, I returned to the basement. Every step down those stairs felt like falling deeper into a nightmare. The air was thicker, heavier. The smell of old wood and rotting earth filled my lungs. The box was still there, unmoved, unopened. I kneeled down and ran my fingers over its surface. Cold. Wet. Something almost alive. Taking a deep breath, I unlatched the rusted lock and opened it. It was empty. At least, at first. Then I noticed the bottom wasn't wood. It was glass. Underneath the glass, something moved. A shadow, swirling like smoke. Then I saw a face. Her face. My sister. Screaming, pounding on the glass from the other side, as if trapped in some horrible place beyond. I stumbled backward in horror, but the box didn't stop there. The room began to spin. A voice whispered from inside the box. One opened it. Now another must stay. I tried to run. I reached the stairs, but they seemed endless. I climbed and climbed, but the top never came. The lights flickered. Darkness rose behind me. And then, silence. When I woke up, I was outside my house. Hours had passed, and the box was gone. I told no one. No one would believe me. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear her scream. And sometimes, I feel the box calling me back. Thanks for watching this terrifying story from SK Horror, where every nightmare is one truth away from reality. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy these true horror stories. Send in milk? Got a real one to tell? Send it to skhorrorinbox@gmail.com. Until next time, stay in the light. best experienced with headphones. And remember, some screams aren't cries for help. They're invitations. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay awake, stay with SK Horror.